if any of you guys are excited for WWE SummerSlam 2017, I want you to tell me how you are excited for this show. Because for me personally, after watching Monday Night Raw, I've just said to myself, no thanks. This show does not interest me. There's only one match that is carrying this show for me, and I'm just going to talk about it right now and get it out of the way, and that's that Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Universal title. We have 3.5 badasses in this match. It's going to be a bonkers Fatal 4-Way. It's going to be a fun watch. All I know is that this could possibly be WWE's match of the year. Possibly. Just depends on how it's booked and who wins. But this is not a predictions video. This is just me sitting here and looking at this updated SummerSlam card because WWE had to confirm that Finn Balor will be wearing paint. I'm being dead serious. They confirmed this, that Finn Balor will be wearing paint to take on Bray Wyatt this Sunday at SummerSlam. I can't believe this is where wrestling's coming down to, where it's like they have to confirm someone's going to wear paint to take on another wrestler. That's like if Kane, like when he's unmasked, when he was unmasked in like 03, 04, he's like, I'm going to wear my mask now. He's like, he puts on the mask and he's something different. So stupid. Finn Balor has to wear paint and he's going to face Bray Wyatt. And oh God, so dumb. But I'm looking at this card for WWE SummerSlam right now in my face, and I'm just like, dude, not even 10-year-old Chase would be excited for this show. 10-year-old Chase would probably have the same mindset of me. He'll probably be excited to see some of his other wrestlers that he likes, but he'll still just be like, man, I just want to see that Fatal 4-Way. Because literally, that's what I'm going to have to sit through for SummerSlam, is just to see what will happen in that Fatal 4-Way. Because I look at the other matches on this card and I just say to myself, wow, this is the best you can do with Randy Orton and John Cena. Randy Orton and John Cena are in filler, throwaway, nothing feuds. Guys that have been shoved / forced down our throats for 15 years. These huge mega stars are in filler, throwaway feuds, and in fact, scrapped feuds, leftover feuds. These were feuds that were supposed to happen earlier in the year. John Cena and Baron Corbin was supposed to happen at WrestleMania time, but of course, my girl, Fearless Nikki, needed her WrestleMania moment, so Cena did the good thing, because he's and he decided to give Nikki Bella a WrestleMania moment, and Randy Orton and Rusev was supposed to happen at Money in the Bank, but, 1.3 billion people in India all in unison watched the modern-day Maharaja, so they had to give the belt to Jinder, and Randy Orton's like, hey, I'll feud with you now, Rusev, for nothing, because why would we actually feud for something, and why would we actually build this up? Like, seriously, John Cena and Randy Orton, when you think SummerSlam with John Cena and Randy Orton, you think big matches, because SummerSlam is like WrestleMania, right? It's the second biggest show according to the WWE, the way they present, the way they use it. This is their second biggest show of the year. Some will argue Royal Rumble, some still argue for Survivor Series, some even argue Money in the Bank as the second biggest show. But when it comes down to it, the way WWE presents, packages, shows off SummerSlam, it makes SummerSlam feel like it is the second biggest show of the year. And it's like, you would think with John Cena and Randy Orton, that these two guys would be in big matches, that I would be seeing John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton versus AJ Styles, but no, instead I'm seeing John Cena versus the cursed Money in the Bank winner, Baron Corbin, and Randy Orton versus, I don't know who he pissed off backstage, Rusev. Like, seriously, Rusev is talented. Baron Corbin has a lot of potential. Yeah, I get that. But seriously, this is the best you can do with John Cena and Randy Orton, these mega stars. And it's not like Rusev and Baron Corbin are going to get nice rubs for quote-unquote feuding with Orton or Cena. It's just, they're just not going to get rubs off of it. I mean, sure, the matches could be pretty decent. I mean, Cena and Corbin had a decent match, a long time ago, I think late December, early January, I can't remember. It was before one of Cena's many hiatuses that he's been taking as of late. And Orton and Rusev, to my knowledge, they've only touched a few times, and I can't remember if they did do anything good. So, yeah, the matches could be good, but it's just like, to me personally, it's like, you're wasting Cena and Orton on guys that won't benefit from this rub and won't do shit if they do beat them. So that's why with me, I'm just saying to myself, man, this is so sad. And speaking of sad, man, look at how Seth Rollins has fallen, dude. Oh my God. Like, for real, man. Like, this is so sad to see where Seth Rollins is at on the card. Granted, yes, I am a Seth Rollins fan. I know that may surprise a lot of people, especially if you watch my live streams and how much I make fun of Rollins. No, I do like Seth Rollins. Like, I am a fan of Seth Rollins. I think the dude's ultra talented. But I sit here and I say to myself, this is the guy who beat Triple H at WrestleMania? He's the guy that beat The Game. The man that beat the guy with the golden shovel that we talk about all the time, buries the young talent, quote unquote. And this guy, he beat Triple H at WrestleMania, and he went from beating Triple H at WrestleMania to being a top contender for the Universal title to losing a feud with Bray Wyatt. And I'm going to rewind that. Right? Losing a feud with Bray Wyatt. One more time, he lost the feud to Bray Wyatt. So a guy who beat The Game at WrestleMania is losing to Bray Wyatt, to now he's fighting for the tag team titles. The rare tag team titles, whatever. It's still a tag team title at the end of the day. Like, for real, really? And not only that, it's not like he's the most interesting guy in this, because everyone's typing on the internet, will Dean Ambrose turn heel at SummerSlam? Or will they get the belt to them and then Ambrose turns heel? Everyone's all more focused on a Ambrose heel turn. That will do nothing for Dean Ambrose, because Ambrose will still be Ambrose, just doing stupid whatever the fuck he does stuff. Like, that's the thing. I'm just like sitting there and I'm saying to myself, like, wow, man. Seth Rollins went from beating Triple H at WrestleMania to now just facing for the tag titles. That's bad. At least Sheamus, when he lost to Triple H at WrestleMania 26, like I believe later that year, yeah, he won the WWE Championship that summer because the Nexus helped him out. Sure, he was running away and asking John Cena for all this help against the Nexus and stuff, but at least Sheamus, he won the title, and he lost to Triple H at WrestleMania 26. He didn't even win. Like, that's the sad part. Like, you would think Seth Rollins would be somewhere in the Universal title scene, or maybe getting a dream match, or maybe they would do a brand supremacy match where Seth Rollins is the man representing Raw, and then someone else is representing SmackDown in a dream match type of scenario. But no. They just have Seth Rollins doing some tag team crap. And don't get me wrong, I like tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling's awesome, but when you go from beating Triple H to now you're just some jobber mid-card, that makes no sense to me. How can you beat Triple H and you're just now doing this stuff? And you're not even the most interesting man in the match. Dean Ambrose is. And that's sad to say when you're saying Dean Ambrose, who a lot of people have kind of turned a cold shoulder to because they kind of realize he's lazy and he's not really doing much and he has mush-mouth promos. Like, that's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. But then also what's pretty bad is these rumors that I'm hearing about, these ridiculous rumors that, like, Enzo Amore will turn heel and like, he'll align back with Big Cass. Like, what? Why? Why would anyone care about that? Enzo and Cass back together? Like, we tricked all of you. That bada boom, Mina's guys in the room. How you doing? We're back on top. Like, who would care? Why would you break them up? Like, that's just so dumb. That's some stupid rumors, but I'm hearing. But also, too, like, you look at matches on the card that you've seen already that you just don't really care about. Like, you look at Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. Both are really good in-ring workers. AJ Styles, you could argue, is the best worker in the WWE right now. Kevin Owens is pretty darn good as a worker, too. But really, to be honest, after all these matches and title changes that these guys had, you would think that maybe you would just have said, hey, let's make it 2 out of 3 falls. Let's do something different with this match. No, it's going to be Shane McMahon as special referee. Who cares? What, this will lead to Shane messing up maybe once and then he feuds with Kevin Owens? Oh, great. Because I just want to see Kevin Owens yell at Shane promos. That sounds super awesome and super epic. Look, I like AJ Styles. I like Kevin Owens. But for whatever reason, these guys don't click. They barely put on any decent matches. And that's just my personal opinion. Both are really good. It's just that there's chemistry issues there. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens where there's two really good superstars, but they just don't click. And then like Neville versus Akira Tozawa, and then Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Like seriously, these were matches that they gave away for free. For real, like Tozawa and Neville, yes, we've seen on pay-per-view a couple of times. Yes, it makes sense for Tozawa to maybe face Neville one more time at a pay-per-view. That's fine. But you gave away this match free on Raw, and you had Tozawa win. So the only difference is that Tozawa is going to be walking in with the purple belt. But why should I care? Because it seemed like Tozawa and Neville put on a pay-per-view quality match on Raw. How can they make it even better? Why should I want to watch this match, man? Like, for real, it's just like, why should I want to watch this match? And then Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. They had a match on Raw as well. They both did the usual stuff that I'll see from them. What's going to be different is that Finn Balor is going to be wearing paint. Whoop-de-doo, he's the demon. The demon, the demon. They ain't going to do shit for me, man. Oh my God, man. Like, for real. The only matches that really have, like, somewhat interest for me. Somewhat interest. Like, just little. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha. Because, you know, they put on a pretty solid match at GBOF. And really, to be honest here, they both hate each other in real life. You can tell by the way they wrestle. And you can tell by Sasha's little shoot promo that she had on Raw Talk and everything like that. That has some interest because I feel like they could actually put on a better match. But originally, this wasn't even supposed to be the women's title match. It was supposed to be freaking Bayley, the hippo, taking on Alexa Bliss. Like, Usos and New Day, but they don't have a stipulation for me to care about, but they tend to put on good tag team title matches. Natalya and Naomi, just to see the best character in the WWE, Carmella, and I'm not even stretching that when I say Carmella is the best character in WWE. She's one of the more well-written ones for whatever reason, you know, cashing in. And then Shinsuke versus Jinder, just to see how boring this match could be, because Jinder's going to be headlock city, bitch. Headlock city, bitch. Let me throw in a chin lock real quick. Shinsuke is super fucking lazy, yeah? He's going to go sit there and go, la. He's going to hit the Kinshasa, no? Jinder, great Monday Maharaja. That's pretty much, I know, that was a bad Rack City theme, but you get the fucking idea. That's what Shinsuke and Jinder is going to be. Headlock City, bitch. Why did I care? The only interest in there is just to see how lazy Shinsuke will be in this match. And I love me some lazy Nakamura, where he's just been getting beaten up as of late, going, Yasu! Yasu! And then Jinder like, oh, Ramonda de Maharaja! But then also, too, you just look at this card, and I named you off some people. You're probably saying to yourself, where the fuck are the Hardy Boys? They made one of the greatest WrestleMania returns ever. One of the greatest wrestling returns ever. You can argue. And these guys are not even on the card. I get it that they're not broken or obsolete. Delete. But still, you can find a way to put the Hardys on the card. The Miz, your Intercontinental Champion. You couldn't even find them a filler feud at this point. I mean, you have all these other filler feuds. You have all these other title matches. You couldn't find one for The Miz? Like, honestly, you couldn't find one for The Miz to come out there and just, like, have a quick match with? I get it that the Jason Jordan or the Jason Angle thing didn't really work out with him, but shit. You have Apollo Crews again, maybe you can do or something. I don't know. But you have your IC champion, The Miz, not on the show. You have other guys like Mike Kanellis, who you've been shoving down our throats, not on the show. I mean, for real, like, there are guys that are just missing on this show that should be on this show. Heck, even Uber driver should be on this show. If Finn Balor in paint is on this show, I would take Uber driver dropping someone off on this show as well. Like, for real, there's just guys missing on this show, and it's like, and no, don't say, well, they could be on the pre-show. Who cares about the pre-show? Charlotte's not even on this show. Now, granted, prayers for Ric Flair. Maybe there's other reasons. Like, other reasons why maybe she could not attend this show, and I could understand that. But I'm talking about just like in advance. You didn't even find something to book Charlotte on the show. And then another thing, too, you had the UFC featherweight champion Chris Cyborg Santos call out, or I'm sorry, Cyborg. Justino, I'm sorry. I'm so used to Cyborg Santos. Leave me alone, you MMA fans. I'm used to Cyborg Santos back in the Strikeforce days. Damn it. But you had Cyborg challenge, yahoo! Female Finn Balor and Becky Lynch. And there's nothing of that on this card. You would think you would want that shit, especially since you want to sign the 4 woman of Ronda Rousey. But no, there's nothing. Like, for real, where's the Impact match? Where's the star power? Like, that's what this SummerSlam's missing, because, like, you have Undertaker retired, so you can't rely on him. Like, you couldn't get Goldberg to come back just for, like, 2 seconds? Could you imagine if instead of a Fatal 4-Way Universal title match, just imagine if you did Lesnar versus Care Bear, and then you could have, like, Samoa Joe versus someone, I don't know, just have, maybe Joe fights for the IC title. Who cares at this point right now? Let me finish my booking, okay? You have Lesnar versus Care Bear, and for all the new people on this channel, Care Bear's Braun Strowman. Just deal with it. That's his name here. You have Lesnar versus Care Bear for the Universal title, and then you have Reigns versus fucking Goldberg. Remember, like, at freaking, like, before the Rumble, Reigns went like, you're my yard now. And he stared down Goldberg, and Goldberg stared him down, and the crowd went fucking ape shit. They were like, yeah! Just imagine, dude. Reigns and fucking Goldberg in the middle of the ring, and Goldberg just spears Reigns and pins him in like, what, seconds. That'd be great. That way you set up Roman Reigns as like, whoa, Reigns isn't invincible, and there's something for Reigns to overcome. Holy shit. And then you can build up Roman Reigns trying to get back at Goldberg at like Royal Rumble before you have him face off against Lesnar at WrestleMania. Jesus, wow, that makes so much fucking sense. Like, seriously, you guys couldn't call back Goldberg and like, hey, Bill, want to just wrestle for like 2 seconds? You had to do it before, just do it again. You don't need to be in great in-ring shape. That's what this SummerSlam's missing. It's like some impact match, some big match. Like, they have to Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title, but I'm talking about like a sideshow attraction. Like, there's no Triple H. There's no like Kurt Angle return match. Granted, I don't want to see Kurt Angle return wrestle in the WWE. I think he is doing terrible as a Raw GM. I can't lie to you guys about that, but I think he's doing terrible as a Raw GM. But I do not want to see rehab Kurt Angle in the WWE wrestling. I think he's fine not wrestling at all. But like, seriously, like, there's no big attraction match that's like, oh wow, I want to see that. It's just a Fatal 4-Way and that's it. For real, man. SummerSlam, I'm sorry. I just can't be excited about the show, and I don't know how people are. If you are excited for the show, let me know in the comment section down below, because I really need to know why you guys are excited for the show. If you guys like what you saw, instead of being like those New Japan fans on my NJPW booking is terrible video, just give the video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseHarbor68. I'm going to be doing more of these usual upload videos instead of always doing the stream, more for quality purposes, and also my schedule is going to be compact pretty soon with school, and I have 2 jobs, so yeah, it's going to be harder to sit down and do hour-long streams. But don't worry, guys, there will still be streams on this channel. Just like Brock Lesnar, guys, remember, sometimes you don't have to give a shit. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Yo!